Yeah, we the team, selling a $100 dream. Don't give a fuck what you mean, it ain't the scene. When I pull up with the team, all of my niggas look clean. And we got swag, and we got dollar bills. All of my niggas been working for real. I don't wanna talk about sign no deals unless them niggas gon' come with them. Yeah, we the team, selling a $100 dream. Don't give a fuck what you mean, it ain't the scene. When I pull up with the team, all of my niggas look clean.
Yo.
Yo.
Good.
What's up, y'all?
Hi.
Hey, special guest in the building this week. We got the man, the myth, the legend. One of my personal favorite hip hop artists, to be truthful. Man, straight from Jersey. Mr. Kwame Adu. What's up, man? How you feeling?
I'm feeling, I'm pretty good. I'm glad to be here. I'm glad we got to make this happen. Keep it a bean.
Welcome to the Ordinary People Podcast, man.
Right. It's the second time. You had me here twice doing chatting. So
first time we chatted was an interview for Embryo 99.
Yeah.
First interview. Thank you for that too. I ain't never took the time out to actually thank you because I ain't had no interview experience whatsoever, and you were like, bet. So,
bro, I was eager. I was so excited. Like the first episode, me. That shit was crazy.
Had to, man. How you feeling though?
I'm feeling good. I've been in Los Angeles for about 2 weeks now. I mean, moved back, I've already been here, but yeah, it's a really good feeling to be back. You know what I mean? There's a lot of shit going on, but I'm just glad I could at least experience that here. For me.
Straight from Jersey.
Yeah.
How was that trip out here?
Coming back here?
Yep.
Insane. Cause it took me 3 days to get here, and I'm by myself. Yeah. I'm sober. I'm not doing anything.
Yeah.
So the first day is 16 hours of driving, and I'm listening to almost the entire Kanye discography.
Damn.
I get all the way up to Kids See Ghosts. Yeah. And that includes I'm talking about Watch the Thrones in there.
Yeah.
Cruel Summer's different asses in there. I'm 16 hours. It's fucking crazy. And then the second day, I find Stevie Wonder. Yeah. I'm driving through a storm to Texas and shit. I end up driving through the other side of Texas and fucking did it take 4 days? Either way, it took a minute. Yeah. And there's so much time to think and just so much time to just, you see some weird shit you wouldn't have thought. My favorite in a weird way is I'm driving at 3 a.m. It's from to Phoenix, and there's signs don't pick up hitchhikers here. They might be prison escapees.
What the fuck?
And I was wow.
That's some different shit.
Y'all, yeah, I was what? What? Y'all
what
got
state
it.
Was this in? That was in Texas?
That was no, it was Texas on the way to Phoenix. Yeah, just on that line. So it's you're bordering Texas into maybe New Mexico or Arizona or something, kind of bordering in there. But then it's also the border to Mexico too. El Paso is one exit off of it's how niggas be San Diego going to Tijuana. It's that. It's bordering. Yeah, big trip. You know what I mean? Made me feel a little crazy, but
that's a life-changing ass trip right there.
It was different right there for sure.
I'm blessed to say I did it. You know what I mean? A lot of people. Yeah.
I had a homie that drove from here to New York listening to straight Future.
Oh, hell no.
He different.
What? No way.
He different. Shout out him. He might be listening.
You start talking like him, you listen to Future that long? You come out to New York yeah, I made it cross country.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't.
Yeah, I made it cross country. Oh, man. How it feel to be back though? Back in Cali, man.
Getting stuff done.
Let's go.
I'm glad I'm being proactive. You know what I mean? We just did a show at the Moroccan Lounge on the 5th of December. So that was me and Zay doing the kwamzay stuff.
Shout out.
Feel me? I just seen bro yesterday. Nice. But just being able to do that was really cool. Word. And just just working a bunch of other gigs, getting ready for second project.
Word.
So
yeah.
Shit's looking very legit right now. It's looking very official. Very, like I was saying earlier, very last year being brokish.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Putting that out there.
Speak that in existence, man. Yeah. We all need that.
No doubt.
We all need that. Well, kwamzay too, man. KZ too. Shit, I'm ready.
Yeah, it's gonna be tight.
That first one was monumental. That's just for me personally, like you and Zay for my life personally is like affected that shit greatly. Like when I met Zay, nigga, I was like not cool at all. Like I was like still in my high school like little nigga stage, you feel me? But like beating Zay, he kind of like, all right, like, you know, put me on some good music, some good films, show me how to dress a little bit, thrift shops and whatnot. I kind of like grew into myself. And then meeting you, you really helped me with like my film career, low key. First interview. Also, you're the first music video that I directed and edited and shot. Like you let me do everything.
Oh
that
yeah.
Holiday Grill, shout out. So yeah. Seeing just like two people that affected my life so greatly come together and make a project, and that project's also really good. And I also was able to make a video for that project. That shit was like some crazy shit.
I'm just glad you was part of the process. Like we be talking about you like, yo, that's Dalen. Like you the special guest in my life, nigga. You the Disney special guest with the applause and shit. Like,
man.
So I'm always glad to just be able to work with you. And you, I mean,
you real easy to work with too, man. It's not. I put the camera in front of your face, man, and you just gonna you steal the show every time.
Right, I don't know.
Steal the show.
I know you. You know what I mean. I'd rather just have fun. It's like I know who you are, so
I feel that, man.
I don't want to be like, okay, this is a business. I mean, because it is at some point, but we don't even have to take it there.
So.
For sure, yeah. I was talking to you about that the other time, the last video. Did how you say goodbye. Just the dynamic between y'all two.
Yeah.
Really had to just come up on the fly with that stuff because you couldn't follow the whole script. So
it's
crazy what y'all came up with.
We could go like a little insider of the how do you say goodbye video. If y'all haven't watched it, go watch it. Come back to this, but
it's a nice video.
Very good video because the original premise, a lot happened that day.
Oh yeah,
a lot happened that day.
Oh my god.
Because it was original premise. It was supposed to be more scripted than it came out to be. JP of course wrote it, and then JP had to work, so he couldn't really supervise. Unfortunately, so he couldn't really supervise his vision.
Not the showrunner. That's crazy.
On me.
That's how me and Donald filled in.
And then Donald, shout out DJ. He got a flat tire.
Real?
Because we're supposed to meet up way earlier than we did.
Yeah.
So he got a flat tire. So it was like,
I didn't know this.
He was in mobile for like 2 hours. Then he finally came. Then we got up, got Christine Angel, shout out her. Then drove to your place. And then I was calling you. And then I didn't know the power went out and the whole shit. And your phone was dead. So I'm like I'm calling Kwamzay. I'm calling Kwame like, yo, like, this nigga ain't. I was gonna hop the gate and shit like that.
Yeah. No, the fuck you was. You was standing at that gate for 30 minutes with your hands on your hips, contemplating,
stressing.
Yes, stressing.
Yeah,
wondering what to do.
Like at the spot, that was like random,
blackout.
like construction blackout. It was crazy.
And so, then you just came out of nowhere. It just came outside out of nowhere. All right, it did. I think we picked the spot to shoot it in the car.
Yeah. I don't think we had a location.
You didn't have a location.
And
because we was originally going to shoot some of it. We were in like Inglewood next to the farm. We was going to shoot a little bit near the farm. But we were running low on time. So we went to
Echo Park.
Shout out Echo Park. And shot the whole thing there. Kind of just,
made that shit happen.
Did a lot on the fly, but it still came out beautifully.
It was great. Like it was like best case scenario, we getting the swans, but like worst case scenario, it's still finna look cute.
Yeah, exactly. We was supposed to get in the swans too, but
and then you know what I mean. But it worked out, and it's dead bent. Like it was. You know what I mean, that was people who niggas still point that out.
Yeah, do they really?
Sometimes like we been getting a lot of DMs, so it's like
shit, man.
You know what I mean?
Literally, that was like I literally came up with kind of like I came up with the whole like, all right, let's do a little tribute to Doom with his Dead Bent video with the split screen, one black and white, one color, and then JP. That's all I had, and then JP was listening to the song, and he actually came up with the whole premise of the video and the whole storyline of the video. So we kind of collaborated the ideas into, and that's how we got How Do You Say Goodbye. So.
Crazy.
That's the first time I'm hearing all that. I didn't know it was that many roadblocks though.
Yeah.
All that.
Yeah.
That's even more impressive. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't know power. tired. Had no idea about that.
Nah, yeah, niggas powered through. It was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
And we were back and forth between like a studio session we had too, like me and Zay. So like, yeah, it was crazy. Like Zay came like later because of this, and then I had to like leave earlier, and it was crazy. Yeah. But we made that shit work.
You made it work.
And we brought fits.
And 2 fits. You and Steen both. So. Yeah, man. That's my mom's favorite music video of mine too. So, but speaking on how do you say goodbye, like it's pretty crazy. We also dropped the alternate version too. Yes. And I wanted to do that because I don't know if it's official, but the Dead Bent video, MF Doom Dead Bent video, has an alternate version. I don't know if it's official. I think someone just zoomed in on the black and white side. It's just like, all right, alt version. But I was like, pretty cool because I know some people may or may not fucks with the whole split screen idea, and maybe it's too out there for people to kind of like grasp and understand. So I at least wanted to drop like another version where it's like more so, all right, you got the full screen version. I'm kind of using a little bit of my editing style with the picture-in-picture, even though I stole it from JPEG Mafia. But but yeah, so it was cool to at least have like 2 versions out.
It was cool.
2 ways for people to consume the product. But yeah, man, thank you again for giving us another shot. Do a little bit of work with the man.
How did you come up with that? Like, because I'm watching the alternate version. I feel like it really highlighted like your performance, like just your character, and it captured that just well, like really good. Yeah. Like, how did you? Like, what makes you just do that? Like, how you come up with that?
Like in terms of just like
the performance you
your doing. Performance.
It's not honestly like it's nothing like super complex. I think I've just been out there or wanting to be out there for like just like my whole life. Like for me, like I was like little ass kid watching like NSYNC video like NSYNC on VHS, and then it's like I like anime, and like my family's like Ghanaian, like a lot of small stuff that adds up to me just being like real theatrical. At least that's what I like. That's what I think. Like, because I've always been like somebody who likes to dance and to like be in the spotlight, but not necessarily make it about me. Like, it's like I'm gonna use it like to be like it's about us, and that's why I like being on stage too. Like, performing is probably one of my favorite aspects of this whole shit. So it's like when I can get on a video and really just even move myself around or like, do a show, it's really just something I've happened to do for a really long time. And it just, it just shows itself now,
Been a pro for a minute, man.
Hey, look.
But it's cool because like, we're out in public, people walking around, and you don't even give a fuck about this people. Like, you still performing, you're still going at it and whatnot. 'Cause it was a lot of niggas like,
oh, yeah. And it's like, it's my job too. Like, well, I'm gonna not do my job because people are around. Like, it's my job.
I'm glad you said that about the when you perform like stage performance, because that can kill somebody's the whole vibe of a concert if they just on the stage just not doing nothing, just rapping. But like, you perform when you do that. So,
bro, if someone's paying money to see me, I have to like give you that. And it's like, I want it to be like, that's what I like about like when we did the Moroccan Lounge show. It's like I could see some of these people's faces. Like I had performed there with Frank on some drive-in indoors shit 2 years before.
That's the same venue?
Same venue.
Oh.
So like we were
full circle
dapping people up, like cracking jokes with these people in the front of the stage. And then it's like, I was thinking about like how I just like intimate venues and like I want to be able to like hug people in the front row. Like, you really paid like this much to see me?
Yeah.
Like, okay, like, all right, nigga, talk to me. Like,
and you brought the sword out too.
Oh yeah, I had to. I've been meaning to bring that sword out for like years, but I couldn't fit it in my luggage.
Shit.
On the plane ride. So now I brought my car. I was like, ching, 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 ching.
How is that on the airports and shit like that with the samurai sword?
You can bring that?
No. Well, you probably could, but I just didn't bring that much like when I would fly out here. So like I was just on some like bring what I had shit. And now that I brought like my whole car, it's like, I could bring my whole life here now. So that includes my pretty blue katana. I had my sister's while I was living out here.
Oh, that was just. Oh, I didn't know you had two. So, okay.
Yeah.
Word,
So
word.
the one that I was like for like Dirty Water video and like all them videos, like, oh, did I use it in Holiday Grill? I don't think so.
No.
But yeah, that one's like my sister's. So.
Yeah. Man, that shit crazy, boy.
Yes, sir.
You know how to use it? Like you like know how to do it?
Don't play with the man.
That's what I'm trying to ask.
If I tell you,
Hey,
I'm
don't play with
gonna
my-
have to cut you in half. It's like I like looked into some stuff like but like I'm not gonna say I don't want to say I know how to use it. I'm gonna just say that like I've like looked into it and I eventually want to learn how to like really use it. So yeah, sooner than later. You know what I mean?
Yeah. My sister got a whole katana, bro. I'm like, shit, what you doing? She a big Kill Bill fan, so.
That's hard.
Yeah.
That's hard.
That's crazy. Kill Bill was like one of the first movies I remember watching as a kid. And I'm a little ass kid. That's probably not a good thing.
Nah,
watching
feel you.
people get their caps cut off and shit.
Right.
But
That's
made me to the person I am today.
I'm sorry.
no,
Yeah. Like, oh yeah.
Ah,
My bad, bro. Shit. Not for you.
Me, man. Yeah, you saw that new Spider-Man foot?
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Let's not spoil
I mean,
too much.
but to talk about it, you really got to get into it.
I was about to say
I ain't
it's low key a commitment.
It's
but
low-key a
we
commitment.
gotta.
You gonna have to put spoiler on the shit,
put the
man.
spoilers.
Just
Nah,
fuck
this
it.
shit, yeah. Well,
Has everybody?
I mean,
Oh,
this
no,
is
it's
dropping Monday.
I haven't seen it.
Ah, shit.
That's what I was waiting.
Yeah,
That's
we're
why I
not.
wanted
We
to
wouldn't
start.
do that for you. Not even for the art.
Yeah.
But
Nah,
like, if there's any comment I can make, I personally think it might be the best Spider-Man movie. I'll say that much.
For sure.
I mean, it has to be.
Fair enough. I mean, but like, you know, it could have just not been that great, and
That's
it could have
true.
just relied on the hype.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
That's true.
So like, you feel me? Like, yeah. I think it's probably like definitely top tier Spider-Man.
It's
movie.
top. It's definitely a top tier. It's definitely up there with Spider-Man 2. Definitely up there for Far. What's it?
Far From Home?
Far From Home.
You think that's
yeah.
up there?
I personally,
It's under Spider-Man 2.
I think Tom Holland's the best like Spider-Man for
Yeah,
real.
for
So
sure.
like the fact that he
sure.
got to be to have this movie be his as well,
Yeah.
kind of just proved that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Facts,
But
facts.
And that goes to his performance too, because with all the things that they was juggling in this movie,
Yeah.
but he still stood out
Yeah.
and proved himself as the best.
Yeah.
I think that really showed him as an actor too as
Yeah.
well.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
He's
great.
good.
And that's who he was with, like veterans. Like you gotta think, like we had veteran like Spider-Man villains,
Yeah.
with the new guy,
Yeah.
and the new guy showed out. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That's not something that I can imagine is easy to do.
Nah, man.
But you know what I mean, big time,
It's a lot to task, but that boy
nigga held it down.
held it down, man.
Some
You show why he the GOAT, man.
this dude, this rapper he named Wabo. He was on Twitter. He said it like he was like, we ain't never getting Zendaya back, bro.
Ever.
I was crying.
It's over.
That shit was so funny. I was like, yeah,
Hey, man.
nah, you got it.
Hey, if it's someone to lose to, it better be Spider-Man.
Spider-Man,
You know what I
right.
mean? Motherfucking Spider-Man.
Nah, yeah, tight.
Yeah, man.
I'm seeing it again tomorrow with the fam. So
Hey, I
Ooh.
might have
excited.
to.
I'm excited again for the second time.
I might
Yeah.
have to watch it twice, man. 3 times, maybe.
Yeah. I think just to kind of retain it.
Yeah.
I remember that there's a couple moments where like people were just like applauding like a lot.
In our
Yeah.
our theaters, that shit was crazy, bruh. It was so hype.
Man, I was like, dang, like they told a joke. I get it though. I'm not even gonna act like it wasn't like it was a lot.
It was a moment.
I was
yeah.
clapping. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I was going crazy.
I had
Yeah.
my moments too. Like I'm not gonna act like I didn't.
Yeah.
You know,
That shit was like,
I was just praying I wouldn't miss a line.
oh yeah.
Yeah, true.
That's why you gotta watch it twice, man.
Type shit.
That shit felt like I was at a sporting event or something. Like
Yeah.
I was like at a fucking wrestling event. Like niggas were like actually like, you don't see pops like that in wrestling. You call it pop when the crowd goes crazy. You don't see pops like that in a movie theater. The only time I can remember a pop in the movie theater was Endgame when Black Panther came back. And everybody
yeah.
like, Wakanda, whatever. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So
They did that in your theater?
yeah, when
Yeah, they
JP
was-
did.
yeah.
Oh, hell
They
no.
popped for Spider-Man when he came back, and they popped for
popped
Black
for Black
Panther when he
Panther.
came back.
And then of course the Avengers Assemble. All that.
Yeah, Avengers Assemble. Yeah, and then when Iron Man did the fucking shit. So
that shit was crazy.
So it's crazy watching like a place that's supposed to be quiet. You know when a movie can make niggas where they're supposed to be quiet and like traditionally quiet and make niggas applaud.
Yeah,
that shit is wild.
And that's why I was happy when they opened the theaters back up. Because like I'm personally, I love the theaters. I love going in there and experiencing that shit. Because that you can get that there. You can't get that at home. Nah, I can't. I just can't enjoy a movie something to that level just at the crib. I don't care if it's free. If I gotta pay for it, I'm paying for the experience because it's an experience.
It's an experience.
Yeah,
you sit next to people and whatnot. Like have to be in person, man.
I think there's moments. I think that also kind of gives you like perspective. Like you think that like I've had I have movies where like I'll cry like, but I'm in the crib. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, you know, where does that gauge like how good a movie is type shit? You know?
I think it matters because like honestly, I've cried. Yeah, I've cried over like moving the crib, but it was some real shit. Like even the Endgame and stuff. I didn't cry on those. I get emotional, like you get kind of choked up, but I've never really shed tears until movies that like, you know, Hardball or something like you know, I Am Legend, bro.
Oh yeah.
Like, stuff like that. 7 pounds. Anything Will Smith, to be honest, he can get. I ain't gonna lie, he's a good.
I cry when I see Will Smith too now.
My bad. Crying for him. I was going to
happen. I want to watch King Richard though. I want to see that Venus and Serena.
Oh yeah. That shit gonna be my pops actually knew old buddy King Richard.
What?
Compton. My family lived in Compton, and they used to live next to the tennis courts, where they used to train at all the time. And my sister's around the same age as Serena and Venus. And then the dude was like, "Oh, you want me to train my dad? You want to train your daughter?" And then like, he never took her up on it or nothing. Like that should have been crazy. Could have been
crazy.
Of his tennis courts and whatnot. But
would have been an army, better yet a navy. That'd have been crazy.
That should have been crazy.
But yeah. That's so crazy though that you even like y'all family knew him.
Yeah.
Or that the whole family really.
And then also another celebrity, Kawhi Leonard. You know. My dad coached Kawhi, so.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And my older brother played with him.
I didn't know that either.
He don't give us no money on it.
Damn.
I ain't get no New Balances, no nothing. You feel me? Like
you might get a jersey.
I gotta see that nigga because like I got pictures and whatnot. So
yeah.
Yo, like you family, bro.
It's like your big cousin at that point.
On me, like.
So,
that shit crazy.
You finally gonna come back to the city though.
I mean, he did build the new court, so shout out him. You know what I mean?
Shout out Kawhi.
I know he's been trying to do that for a while.
You know who's from like where I used to live? Kyrie.
Yeah, I forgot he's from Jersey.
Kyrie's from West Orange, and like the Oranges and like Newark, like that's the hood. So like that's where like everything's kind of going on.
Damn.
And like, yeah,
that's crazy.
So yeah, big Jersey shit over there. Jersey's like, for as broken up as it is, I think there's still like a lot of like really renowned like entertainers that come out of there. Yeah. Fucking like Kyrie's from North Jersey, Lauryn Hill's from North Jersey, SZA, Jason Alexander, the big dude from Seinfeld, he's from there. The town that I was raised in, because I was raised in a small town, I think that's where Metallica started. Yeah, like, and then the Misfits, of course, like I said, like I'm right by Staten Island, so like a lot Wu-Tang, like that was all over there and shit. Bro, there's like a lot
Kwame
of people.
Adu.
Yeah, me, you know what I mean? I'm from there, you mean working over there, but yeah, regional shit. You know?
How's the difference between like you still doing the art shit in Jersey than it is in Cali?
I think maybe because I'm not somebody like in Jersey, like even where I'm from, like I'm in a really like weird way, it's like I'm kind of a myth. Like it's like niggas either like know me and they have some like wild story, or like they just don't know me at all. Like there's nothing in between. So me going back to New Jersey and then like even just doing music in New York City sometimes is like it would have just been a lot more of building from the ground up, which would have been fine. But you know, it's like I couldn't even have. Once I knew that things started to like turn up a bit more, I was like, if I really want to stay consistent and not have to like trial and error this shit again, I'm gonna have to go back to the West Coast. And then it's like, now that I already told y'all some of the things we got coming like in the future, so like that all had to be here anyway. So Yeah, and I'm good for it. You know what I mean? It's not like I don't want to be one of those like forgot where I came from niggas. Like I want to like eventually like put something back into. I want to put something back into LA, and then I want to because I'm staying here, and then I want to put something back into Jersey, and then I'm gonna feel free to like do whatever I want after.
Yeah,
I mean, I was already talking about moving to Japan and shit.
Yeah,
like,
let's go.
I can't leave here first if I can't put something to those two and Ghana.
And
but,
Ghana, yeah. Shout out Ghana, yeah.
Yeah.
Talk about it, man. That shit crazy. You be on your Japanese shit, man.
Bro.
Respect.
It's been a long time to come.
I've been trying to get a little bit better myself in the culture and whatnot. I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos.
Yeah.
But you been like learning the language and whatnot. That shit crazy, man.
It's difficult, but I want to just break those barriers and I want to be able to just communicate how I feel, person to person. So it's like you need to, and it's pretty cool too. Like oh, excuse me, I'm like learning katakana, and katakana is like there's like so there's 3 forms of like Japanese, right? There's hiragana, which is more so like very like simplified traditional syllables. It's a very like just pronunciation based. Katakana is very like almost I want to say like English based for lack of a better term. Katakana is like when you're speaking Japanese, but you want to say something that's like maybe like branded or like somebody's like a title or something like like it would be like di neri piporu, like some shit like that. Like when niggas say it like that. So that's what I'm on right now. Okay. And that shit adds up because when you're reading manga, that's what the special effects are a lot of the times.
Oh, shit.
So now it's like I'm reading it, but then it's like kakin, guru, 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 guru. And these are like sound effects, and it's just changing the whole soundscape. You're just reading a fucking book. And I'm like, whoa. Like,
that shit nuts.
You mean it shit really adds up. And like we were saying before, like it just makes English look like
fucking
a little
dumb.
It makes English look dumber. But, yeah, we're here. We're from here.
Along with like reading it or trying to learn it, you have like written? You know how to write it a little bit? Or sure that comes hand in hand, does it?
It should come hand in hand. I don't think I've like properly. I'm still like for me even say I'm learning Japanese is still like a lot, but more so like feeling out and retaining certain things so that way when I really like take a step forward into like whether taking classes, study abroad, I could apply it because I could write the characters out, but I couldn't give you a whole sentence just yet, and I could recognize words and certain meanings and shit like that. I could tell you what something will say before I could even tell you what it means, but at least I could tell you that I know what it says before I actually like have that for me.
That's always been crazy to me, like just languages like that, because like even with some like Spanish or English, it still got the English letters, I guess in it.
Yeah.
But when you see that like Japanese writing, are they words or like each one of those words or what? Like they're just characters.
It depends, but most of the time, like 2 out of the 3 languages, 2 out of the 3 like sub languages, they're like, or I guess like sub writings, whatever. They're like syllables. It's all syllables, like ka, nu, no.
Okay, I get
for me. So that's how it all adds up, and then it makes you think like how we can kind of like extend certain things when we say it. Like I don't even know, like trash can. It would be like tura su. Like, or I'm just guessing even, but like it's 3 syllables instead of like one big ass word. Trash.
Yeah.
No,
so
it's
those 3 syllables is one word
type shit. Yeah.
That makes it so much easier, honestly. That makes it sounds way easier than English. Like
that shit adds up.
Yeah,
it makes your head hurt though. I like when I started learning, like, because I've taken shrooms and stuff before. So, like, the same part of your brain that, like, buzzes when you do shrooms, it's the same part of the brain, like, when you learn shit. So, when I was learning Japanese, I was like, where have I been? Like, I've been here before. And it was like, oh, shit. Like, oh, yeah. I was like, the last time I felt this, I was like, I found love to be the answer to everything on, like, a molecular level, like some wild shit. Yeah.
What leads you, what led you to do shrooms? I was gonna do shrooms on my 21st birthday, but like that shit didn't work out. But what led you to do shrooms? I've been like kind of like on the fence about it. I'm probably not gonna do it.
What happened? I could tell you what happened. I didn't think I was gonna do them like when I did them, but I was listening to so Childish Gambino. Let's start with there.
Shout out Donald.
Donald Glover.
Go ahead.
Donald Glover, he dropped that album like with the white cover in like the middle of like, it was like a couple of days into the pandemic, right? It's weirdly like crazy thing. But he has this song called, I think it's called 12.36 featuring 21 Savage.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is one of the greatest songs I've ever heard in my fucking life. Like when I'm listening to this, I'm like, what kind of shit is this? And he said something about psilocybin, and I didn't know that was like magic mushrooms. But he says it, and like I'm just repeating that line all over. And I'm still with my ex partner at the time, and she's like, "Do you want to like take some? Like I got some." And I'm like,
shit.
"Yeah." So now it's like we're watching that 70s show, just crying, and then like you turn up another level, and you're laughing so much that you just remember that like you're still the same nigga from like middle school, except like everything's just different. Like I'm like, bro, the money I have and my clothes, like I don't care. I'm still the same geeky little nigga. So then you're just going through that, and then that's when shit gets like crazy. Because once you have that, like you got like self-acceptance and like ego deaths and shit. And like I'm like literally like discovering like I'm literally learning things I already knew all over again. Like it's some shit I can't even like explain right now because it would just be like, it just yeah. You can't.
There's
even.
levels to that.
Yo,
Everybody has the same explanation when I need to take some. What the fuck? Everybody has the same. They give the same thing.
if you want to do it and like not like have some like wild shits, you could like I'll microdose them too. That shit's cool because you don't really like. I was microdosing like in Jersey, and now I'm just like I'm learning Japanese and like playing jazz and shit. like kind of at the same
That's
time.
a superpower, nigga. You
You know
cool?
what I'm saying?
That shit
I'm like, this
enhances
is
your
why them jazz niggas was doing this shit. Like I'm like, fly me to the moon, the Japanese. Like that shit was so crazy. I mean,
fucking Wakanda herb shit. Hell
it was cool. Like they from the ground. It's like when niggas be like, weed is a plant. Well, here actually, this is actually a thought I had in the car.
Yeah.
Niggas would be like, weed's not a drug, it's a plant.
But
I'll be like,
shit.
but look, let me tell you, I don't think that's valid no more because it's like, weed does chemically alter your brain, right? So it's a drug. And then it's like, I thought about like the amount of people who probably say that wouldn't do coke, but I'm like, oh, coke's a plant. So here's the whole thing. The whole thing I'm really just saying is that we don't have to give a fuck if it's a plant or a drug. Like we can just smoke it or like do whatever. Like we don't gotta. We don't need an excuse anymore.
It's like a moral battle between it.
Yeah.
A lot of times where niggas like, I know people in my family, they put it on the same level as meth.
Yeah.
So it's no, it's a plant. Like, no, like medical reasons and whatnot. So it's more of a moral battle where niggas be like, oh, nah, it's a fucking plant.
Just because the term drug just sounds so.
Yeah. But
it's such a strong thing,
such
but
a strong word. They see
but
it like,
you could be addicted to it.
Yeah. You think so?
I was addicted to it. I'm probably still addicted to it.
I think it's more of a lifestyle thing.
Wait a minute.
Because it's like,
I can get you some help, man.
Yeah, you missed the nigga who can get you some help.
Yo,
Remember AA meetings.
it's like, it's like when you get into it, right, it could be a pattern, but like, I think we also forget that we niggas like smoke blunts like a lot, like, and that's tobacco. So it's like, is it really the weed or is it are you addicted to grabba? Like,
yeah, that's true. But nah, cause the first time I took a break off of it, because I'm about to take a break now, but the first time I took a break off of it, I was in therapy, and that was back when I was like, nah, this shit a plant, this is medical, I need this shit, you know what I mean? Then my fucking therapist, she was like, no, you're addicted. I was like, what the fuck? Like, she's like, when do you use it? I was like, when I'm happy. Okay. I also use it when I'm sad. I also use it when I'm hungry. I also use it when I'm watching some cool shit. Also use it when I'm watching some lame shit. So I was like using just to like, and it was like, oh fuck, I'm really addicted. And then like when I first got off, I took like 3 months off of it, which is not a long time to any stretch of the imagination. But for me, they always say like the first 2 weeks is the toughest. Them niggas were not capping, bro. Like the first 2 weeks, bro, I always like, damn, I just want to smoke right now. So, and then I kind of got back like on a good kind of standard of like a good balance between like, oh, I can use right now because I want to use, not because I feel like I need to use. And then like life just kind of hit me all of a sudden these past couple months. So I've been like using. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna kick it back. You feel me? I'm gonna kick out.
Nah, I feel you. Whatever's
We gotta bully
better
him.
for you. Shit.
On me. Yeah.
Fuck it then. Yeah. Throw away everything I just said. Then. throw it all the way.
We're
'Cause
gonna bully you. That's how we're gonna help you. Out of love.
Hey, bully me, man.
So you saying you're back at square one again?
I wouldn't say square one. The first time that I was addicted to, I didn't notice it was an addiction. I wasn't aware. Now I'm more so like aware of it. You feel me? Where it's like, all right, like let me go back a little bit more. So let me take a step back. But that's basically the first step to anything is self-awareness. You gotta be aware. You feel me? Because now you know. You feel me? So it's an uphill battle, but like, you know, step one's done. Now it's just like, all right, let me, try to get this shit going. But school's over for me. The semester's over, so I got a whole month, so I can like, you know what I mean? I can start taking care of myself again.
Yeah.
Really stressful semester, but yeah, man, that shit. We talk about weed heads all the time. Like, I consider a weed head like also addicted. I think we all got vices. We all got addictions. We all got, even the most holy person and even the most person you look up to, there's something they're always struggling with, something they got addiction, something they always want to change in their life. So it's really nothing where like you could pick and choose, like, you feel me?
So during that hiatus you had, like that stop of it, did it halt or enhance your creative process or anything at all? I can be anybody's creative process.
So what's crazy, the last project I edited while high was Holiday Grill. It was yours.
Yeah.
And then I realized I couldn't edit no more on being high, because I don't edit no more high. Even though I'm like back on this shit, I still don't edit high. Because I was editing it. I was probably like halfway through and the whole shit deleted. I forgot to save it. My like computer kind of like just overheated and just shut down. And I was texting JP like, fuck. So I had to go back and redo it. And then there's like some funny mistakes. If you really pay attention to the video, there's like a silly mistake. And I think you know about it. But it's a silly mistake that I accidentally put in there because I was high. So that's when I kind of realized. And that's when I was getting off of it, because it was like October when I first started going to therapy. And then the Hydration Archives. And if y'all don't watch Hydration Archives, what the fuck y'all niggas doing? Hydration Archives. Those was the first projects that I started editing sober. I was like, whoa, like I can actually do this shit sober. Like I don't need to be high as shit to like edit. So I wouldn't say it like enhanced my creative process or hindered my creative process. I think I was always creative. As a kid, you're the most creative ever, and you don't have no drugs, you don't have no nothing. It's just your spirit. You feel me? So I think that's one of the things. It just brought me back to that creative, like childlike spirit, where it's like, all right, like, I just want to do shit. I just want to create shit. Yeah. You know what I mean? You don't really need no substance to take you to that creative, reality. You kind of just got to do it yourself. So. Yeah.
Nah, I feel you.
Yeah. I had the exact opposite. Like, y'all know I don't smoke like that. Yeah. When I did it, I was just stuck. Like, that's what it made me do. I couldn't really, it was relaxing. Like, if I wanted to relax, for sure. Yeah, but as far as what was going up here, not a damn thing. Like, we was watching Big Mouth, and I don't know. I was so focused on what was going on. I've not watched that show since. I've only watched it during that time when I was like super high. And it was like amazing for some reason. But I went back and watched it sober. It's not. It's not at all. But man, it was like, wow, this is a great way to relax, but I can't do this. I can't be like this 24/7.
Yeah, I'll be like committing to it, because I'll take an edible before I like smoke something. Like, really? If you ask me, because I really like, I'm like, if I'm gonna do it, and that's why like I'm not somebody who's like smoking often, because I'm like, if I'm going to do this, I'm gonna be like cooked. Yeah. Like, so like even like before I got here, like I had like this edible, like I forgot which one of them. Like not nerds, but it's like a bar, like one of those candy ones, whatever. Yeah. And like I'm just zooted, just like watching like nature docs and shit. Like, holy shit, Snoop Dogg. Yo, I'm like, they're just like us, and like
it's just like us,
just like us, bro. I mean, that shit's really crazy. Like, it was like a documentary, and they was talking about the Amazon and shit, the Amazon jungle, and they were just like, or the Amazon rainforest, the rainforest, excuse me, and they were just like talking about like they had these orangutans that were just like just the way that they pick up ants out of a tree, or like the way that this bird would like clean up its nest for like a mate to like come down, it would like dance for the mate. I'm like, that's some shit I do. I clean up my crib and dance with you too. Like, what the hell? So I'm like, yo, this shit is really crazy. But I guess like, I guess maybe if I just wasn't thinking, which I wasn't because I was fucking super high, like I wouldn't have even been able to really like kind of take it there. Like it'd have just been interesting at best. But I think maybe just being able to loosen my mind up.
It does. It loosens your shit up. So it's kind of like, all right, you're more receptible to relax because you don't have all those fucking, thoughts in your brain, or it's easier to create because you don't have all the, the blockage in your brain and whatnot. So that's the cool shit about it. But it's just the abuse part where it's like, all right, using it to cope. You can't use it to cope. No. You cannot use it to cope. You got to use it for strictly for, pleasure. Yeah. But not to cope.
So like the same as alcohol, basically.
Like you take a shot with the homies, but if you just taking a shot by yourself after work, you know what I mean, to go to sleep, like that's when it becomes a problem. So man.
I like I was doing like the CBD stuff for a minute though. I think that's really effective. Like it helps with like anxiety without being like too off your ass like when you're doing it. And I was like, oh. And then it's like they were like CBD cigarettes. So like the wrap is hemp too. And like I'm like, oh, I look like an anime character. Like, I feel like Spike Siegel. So, light me up. Just,
oh God. That's what that. Because I was looking into those too, like those products just for like anxiety and stuff. Because I didn't want to go all in on the weed and all that. But I don't know. I never pulled the trigger on the CBD. So you say it's worth it? It works.
It's worth it. At least trying it, like at least doing it to see how you feel. But I think it's like really, really cool. I had homies who like it helped them take themselves off of like smoking habits, like cigarettes and stuff, because they would do the CBD instead. And it's like, okay, you still smoking, but it's not like as bad. So like, it works. I think it works. I'll vouch for it. You know what I mean? But if somebody asks me if I smoke, I'll still be like, I don't know.
I don't know.
I
don't even consider I smoke. I'm like, I just do weed. I don't smoke joints. I just do edibles and hit the pen and whatnot. So I do weed. I don't know about smoke.
Do y'all been playing any games like lately? Like anything new?
I've been on Infinite. I've been sweating on Halo Infinite.
Oh yeah, how's that been?
That shit's hard. I ain't gonna lie. The rank system is ass, but the game itself is good.
Yeah.
I'm finna play the campaign when I get back.
I feel you.
What about you?
So they just dropped the remake of Pokemon like Diamond and Pearl, and I was like playing that when I was like 10. So that's probably like my favorite.
Wait,
is that the GOAT one?
Diamond and Pearl.
I know. Is it red?
Hold on, I just sat up.
Or is it Ruby?
Ruby and Sapphire and Emerald. Those were on Game Boy. It was like the last Game Boy ones. And then Diamond and Pearl was on DS. They were the first Pokemon games on DS. That was my shit. For real. Like that, like, cause I was already a fan, but that was my first game. Like those were my experiences. You feel me? So they just remade it for Switch, and I'm playing this shit like it's just like my 10th birthday. Like, this is the greatest game of all time. Like it's so crazy. And like it's like I think the cool part about it was that it's one of those games where it's like you don't have to spend so much time like on the main part of the plot shit. Like you could just do a bunch of side shit that will just keep you entertained. And now that they've made like a better version of that, like I still haven't beat the game like some of my homies because I'm like digging for fossils or something. Like something just completely not Pokemon-esque at all. But I've been having a blast with that.
You think that's something like that somebody can just get into without knowing nothing about it?
That's a good question.
That's a very good question. I think, funny enough, I've read certain interviews where it's like they'll go in like the Pokemon company and Game Freak, which is like their developer. They'll go in to like make it every game seem like a new one every time. So they'll want to make it more like palpable for like new fans and shit. Like, they just put out before this one. They put out, it was called like Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. That's what was the names of the last Pokemon games, and they're like almost like side games because they're based off of the originals, but they just make it really, really easy for niggas to get into, especially because it's for the Switch, right? So they really want you to like, oh, you don't like, you got to Switch because it's really nice. And then you got a couple games, but you might want to get into some more. Like you start with this and see what happens. Like it's not no advanced shit. Pokemon's not even advanced in general, as far as I think when you're playing it. But like if there's any easy way to get into it, like they've set it up. You know what I mean?
I'm glad you said it's not advanced because that's why. Because going into it late, like it always looked interesting, but it looked hella advanced, and I felt like damn, I don't know nothing about like how it was back then or the show, any of that. So I was like, I'm gonna have a lot of catching up to do. That's what I feel like.
Nah, you're good. This looks like rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah, high key.
Yeah.
I was just about to say that. It's really like rock, paper, scissors. Like a big ass game of rock, paper, scissors.
What the hell?
But it's more options.
Yeah.
That's hella hard.
And then the designs are cool. So it's like you can't really lose.
Yeah. Cause I felt like that when I bought Final Fantasy X PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
So I'm a PlayStation 2 nigga. So
Yeah.
looking up like, oh, you gotta get Final Fantasy X. So I got it right, and I don't know nothing about JRPGs. So I'm like, I played it the first stage. I'm like, I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing. This shit like hella options, hella advanced. I didn't watch no videos. I fucking died the first fucking stage, start right back over.
Start from the beginning, right?
Bro, I took that shit out. I was like, fuck this shit.
Bro, no, I feel you. I was just playing. I'm playing like the original version of 7. Like they just put out the remake, but I'm playing the original version because that's like
PS1.
that was. I think so. Like yeah. And they had like Cloud on like the original, the fundamental characters that people will know. Yeah. And fucking like the same thing. I had no research. I had to look into it because like halfway through, I'm like getting my ass beat, and I'm like, damn, like this is really like you really have to like look into this fucking game. But it's like it's that stuff, that shit really adds up. You know what I mean? Like we kind of forget, like, or I'm not gonna say that we forget, but maybe like we've been talking about like on some like there's this Revenge of the Nerds thing going on where it's like a lot of people who are gonna be able to prosper within the next decade have just been really into specific niche things like for a very long time. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like speaking for myself, like me being somebody who's into like anime and like me wanting to like dive deeper into like Power Rangers and Super Sentai and stuff like that, like stuff like half my age ago I didn't think would be like the most trendy thing ever.
Oh me.
And now like niggas make me feel crazy because that now that anime is like it's just as popping as like Ball.
Yeah.
Like what?
That's crazy. That's just wild.
Attack on Titan was like the most watched like show on TV in America at some point last year.
That's just wild.
And I'm like,
I was one of them.
We live.
I'm like, what the hell happened?
You remember in middle school we used to make fun of niggas. They used to run with the Naruto shit.
Naruto run.
What's our favorite
People
show?
had the what's those
Naruto.
Byakugan thing?
Bakugan.
I had them motherfuckers. I had that.
Shit, yeah, I had a few.
Rolling the fuck out of them shits.
That's so wild.
You see, bro, I had a phone. And like I'm putting music on my phone. I got like anime theme songs on my phone. I don't let nobody touch this shit because it's just like a witch hunt. Like you're not finna find out I'm listening to no Japanese pop punk nigga. Like I'm gonna play this fucking like Lil Wayne and we're good. Like you don't need to know nothing about nothing else.
Cause I got hella wrestling themes on my shit.
Type shit, right?
Yeah. But the crazy thing, like anime, I'm jealous because my shit is wrestling, right?
Yeah.
Pro wrestling. And this shit don't get no respect from like the general audience. We was just talking 5 minutes ago. Niggas was shooting on me. So that shit gets no respect at all. I'm like, fuck, like, and when I do try to like get niggas into it, I always try to compare it to some shit that, cause everybody come up, oh, this shit fake. All right, motherfucker, like Game of Thrones is fake. All this other shit is fake. If you really know pro wrestling is actually the realest form of entertainment out on the, on the shit. So it's like, but I don't know. Anime. I don't know how the anime becomes so pop culture. Cause niggas would get flamed on like in middle school and high school for like doing anything.
The only thing that I remember happening, like just from my perspective, was when Lil Uzi started popping off, and he was like kind of, he was integrating a lot of that stuff into like his like videos and shit. And they had that double XL cipher. Like it was like him, 21 Savage, Kodak and shit. And he had like a Meowth on his jean jacket. And then like, that was the moment where I seen like a lot of the switch flip for people.
Yeah.
So I was like, sure enough. And you know, you get a little bitter when it starts out. You're like, y'all wasn't there, but like eventually you don't really give a fuck. Like, come on, like we finna watch this together. You know what I mean? And that might be the same shit with wrestling. Cause like they just got a new franchise, right?
Yep, AEW. They're doing I would say for pro wrestling to get popping, it has to go through AEW because one, they don't have scripts. People think wrestling is scripted. It's not supposed to be scripted. It's supposed to be, you have these talking points. All right, you just go out there and talk. That's amazing. Then you sink or swim. That's how wrestling always was. Then WWE came along and they're like, all right, we got to script everything. So that's why niggas don't really give it their respect, because there was a point in time when wrestling was the shit on any channel. Yeah, it was the number one watch channel. Like my grandmother was a huge professional wrestling fan. Really? So it was after a while when like Hulk Hogan and shit, niggas saw it as like some kid play shit. Yeah. And then Stone Cold Steve Austin came through and it kind of got popular again and they fucked it up. Yeah. But yeah, that new franchise AEW is the best avenue to anybody to get into it if you have a little interest into it. West Side Gun being fucking there. Yeah. T-Pain be there sometimes. Yeah. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying, bro. Get them niggas around a couple more rappers. Yeah. Promise you.
Lil Uzi was there one time, so and then so I it's good in there because a lot of rappers and how anime kind of like popped off from rap. Yeah. You got West Side Gun, wrestling fan. Action Bronson's a huge wrestling fan. There's actually a new fucking this kid, he just debuted. He has Action Bronson as his interest thing.
I seen that. Bro,
yeah. that shit hit my soul, like hip hop and wrestling. So it's getting there. JPEG Mafia is a huge wrestling fan. That's why I love him so much, because he always drop wrestling bars, and it's like I can only get it like, oh shit, like, you know, Alpha Male, you more Braden Walker, and like nobody gets that, but he's like, shit. But so it's getting there. It's just niggas can't compare it to like when John Cena was on that motherfucker. That wasn't professional wrestling. That was sports entertainment. So damn, you know.
I was on board when SmackDown was in its prime. You remember SmackDown 06?
Bruh. Yes.
They had a run from SmackDown 06 to like SmackDown like 08.
Yeah. Bro, the game?
Yes.
The games? Are you kidding me?
That's what I'm talking about. They had a run.
Those were the games.
I'm literally collecting all of them.
Yes, sir.
From SmackDown, just bringing them, collecting all of them.
Yeah.
So,
that's me on my Pokemon shit.
On me.
Same way.
Bruh, and one of the other things I have to salute to you, how comfortable you are in your nerd shit. You feel me? Because for a while, especially in high school, I was like, I don't want people to know I'm a wrestling fan. I'm going to get flamed on and whatnot. But even integrating into my art, I'm kind of like trying to integrate it in my art a little bit more because, like, watch this shit like so many hours throughout the day. I'm always thinking about it. I do fantasy booking as a hobby. Like I'm really into this shit. So one of my biggest goals, I'm gonna say it right here and speaking in existence, I want to make a professional wrestling anime. There's been ones made, but I just want to remake it and shit like that.
That would be hard. Are you kidding me?
Yep. And I'm gonna do it like the right way. Go to Japan and everything. Get the animators.
Yeah. They got the black owned studio now.
That shit crazy.
I seen that the other day.
Niggas been popping up. Yeah.
That's it,
bro. They going crazy right now. So yeah, and you got a couple voice actors.
I gotta have you as a voice actor, man.
That would be crazy.
That's perfect.
Yeah. Yeah. You feel me?
You gotta be. You honestly got to be the top baby face, the top good guy for the fucking show, man. You We were talking to him earlier today. You an anime, you the heroine.
I'm gonna be, I'm cool. I'll be like a nice little like number one contender. Like I might not even get the belt. Like I just want to be a cool dude.
Cool, yeah. Everyone loves him,
Yeah.
It's like, come on, Kwame, come on.
But yeah, funny enough, that's what I was saying. Like that's one of my like post rap goals is like I either want to be like the Blues Clues type of nigga, or like I want to be like Power Rangers, like like
Shit,
integrated in there. Like when I was 4, I was telling people I wanted to be a Power Ranger when I grew up.
Yeah.
And now that I'm really like thinking about it and like
That's
working in
hella
entertainment,
hard.
I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, this is kind of possible.
Yeah.
Like this is possible. So like that's my like long-term goals. Like yeah, I've been so we finna make it. Something gonna shake.
Some gonna shake.
Something gonna
Some
shake.
gonna
You
shake.
feel me?
Kwame a Power Ranger, man. That'd be.
See that for sure.
Yeah.
Like legit.
You feel me?
That should be
Yeah,
hard.
this
Nah,
is
that'd be
a long
crazy.
time coming. That's all.
Shout out Ninja Storm too. That shit was hard.
R.I.P. my boy Pua.
Who's your favorite?
Like
Power Ranger?
in like general or just that one?
In general.
It's gotta be Tommy Oliver.
Oh yeah, Tommy's the GOAT.
Cause this nigga's like he's just lasted through the whole. Cause he was the Green Ranger in the first one, the Mighty Morphin one,
Yeah.
and then
White
became the
Ranger.
White Ranger, the White Tiger Ranger.
He was on the other Power Rangers.
Yeah,
Was-
I
I
remember he
remember that.
became
It was
what was it
hard.
like
Zed?
Zeo?
Zeo.
So he was that him? I think it was Zeo when he became the Red Ranger.
And then he was on Turbo.
Yes,
He was
yes,
on
he was
Turbo,
Turbo.
yeah.
And then he became the fucking leader of the Dino Thunder niggas, which
Yup.
eventually made him the Black Ranger.
The Black Ranger. Yeah.
And then it's like
That's
you're literally
crazy.
he's literally like the Kobe Bryant of fucking Power Rangers. That's great.
That nigga.
Like-
if you don't know Power Rangers, you know Tommy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
like-
or at least Michael Jordan because he's technically changing teams,
Oh,
but you
God.
still get the point. Like he's an
Yeah.
icon in that franchise. I'm like, if there's anybody who I'll always like have right here, like that's Big Bro. That's Unc.
You know me.
Tommy. Yeah, so that's really it.
Mine's probably have to be the Yellow Ranger from Ninja Storm.
Oh, the shorty.
No,
No,
dude that used-
Dustin.
yeah,
Dustin
wrote
with
the motor
line.
cars.
Yeah.
That was my nigga right there.
Damn, yeah. I was thinking about the blue one, Tori.
Oh, Tori, yeah,
that
light
whole,
blue.
yeah.
When did that runtime was from when? I'm trying to remember. Which
That was
one
when we
it
were kids, like
06,
06.
maybe.
I think a little bit before that. 'Cause I think Dino Thunder is like 06 and whatnot. So I'm probably like
Yeah.
05,
05. It was right
Yeah.
before Dino Thunder.
Right before, so.
It was right before. So probably like 05.
Okay, then you even
Different
have
Dustin.
the two evil Rangers.
Yo, the burgundy.
And they also wrote the motocross.
Yeah,
I remember that.
yeah, the Beatles. They were like Beatles.
Beatles, yeah.
That shit was hard.
That shit was
What?
tight, man.
Yeah. I shouted out the Red Ranger in like one of my songs. He passed away. I didn't know
yeah.
that, and I like shouted him out. That's my dog.
Shout out, man.
Shout out. R.I.P. Shane, man.
R.I.P. Shane.
Yeah, crazy. But yeah, like I was talking about like even if I did that like in Japan, because that's where it started with like Super Sentai like over there.
Yeah.
And like I was like, okay, maybe I'll move my shit over there. That'd be
That's where
kind of tight.
Sentai Records come from?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
shit.
exactly where it is. Because Sentai, I think it translates to Task Force.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, oh yeah,
Alright.
this. You mean we really the task force right now? We on some like save the world.
So I remember SPD. That's when I was on.
Yes,
SPD, yeah,
sir.
yeah.
Yes,
I had the
sir.
whole games. I had the y'all know the little Dance Revolution type of thing.
Yeah.
It was like that, but it was Power Rangers, and
What
it
the
wasn't
hell?
dance. It was like fighting.
What
So
the
it was
hell?
it was like legit, almost how we got now with the VR shit.
Yeah.
That's basically.
Was it
how
on the Wii or
was.
something?
Nah, it was on. It was like its own thing. Like you know how games, some games you can.
Oh, where you plug into the TV,
yeah,
like TV shit. Oh,
Damn,
shit.
they
That
had
shit
it
was fun.
going.
It came with the whole helmet and everything. I was
What
like,
the
nah,
shit, that's next
hard.
level.
What
That's
the
hard as
fuck?
hell.
That's crazy.
I'm not hip. I gotta look into that.
Yeah,
That's
I don't know
hard
where
as
that shit
hell.
is now.
Right.
I remember my mom bought me SmackDown versus Raw. I think it was 2010 on the Wii, and she thought like you could actually fight on that shit. And I was hyped. I was like, oh shit, I'm about to fucking hit somebody with a twist of fate.
Use that controller. Huh?
Yep. I was fucking pissed. I was like,
Said
ah,
left trigger,
shit.
left trigger.
I was like,
That's
wow.
what I thought it was gonna be for the sports games too.
Yeah, we all thought it was like, oh, we about to really throw this
They
motherfucker.
said, turn your controller sideways. I'm like, hold on, what?
Hold
I
on.
thought it was.
No, wasted
that's-
$60.
Yeah,
Tennis make me feel like I was in there though.
yeah. The Wii,
The
was
Wii
the
Sports?
one.
Yeah,
Tennis.
Wii Sports
That has to be goated. That's top
Yeah,
five for
Whooping
me.
ass in tennis.
going crazy, bro. When I had done wrestling,
Uh,
and my there was this one like game we played. It was like the rival game,
uh,
but like they were just really good. Like, all right, speaking for myself, this is only in like middle school too.
yeah.
I had like the only times I lost were like niggas who like went to states, if that means anything. But, like one of them was like a rival game. Like my family had showed up. I'm like, yeah, I'm really about to show out. These niggas turned me like to a pretzel.
Shit.
And like I'm literally seeing like one of my aunt is there and she's like, hey, already. Like she thinks I'm gonna fucking die. Like it was so crazy.
Damn.
This is like wrestling. I was like, oh my God, this is not going to be a good look when I go to watch it in the crib. Like, this is not going to be a good look. But
In front of the family.
yeah, no.
So you did football and wrestling in high school?
High school, I didn't do wrestling at high school.
Oh, that was middle school.
That was middle school, but in high school, I did football and I did track.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so it was cool.
African ass nigga, man.
Yeah, some shape. I did not know I was gonna be built like this. Both my parents are like 6 feet. Like my mom's 5'11".
What the hell?
So I didn't know I'd be playing ball if I knew I'd be this tall.
Yeah,
If I kind of just had that ahead of time, I'd have put some more time into it.
You ever
but
notice like all rappers are short?
the-
It's for a reason.
or like sometimes they'll be like, cause Snoop's
tall, yeah.
tall. I think
Snoop's tall.
2 Chainz like and Wiz
He
like
like
them niggas
2 Chainz like
6'5".
6'8".
Yeah, them
Yeah.
niggas
Tall
tall.
It's
Tall.
tall shit.
Yeah.
So it's like you're either like Kendrick or you're fucking 2 Chainz. Like it's nothing in between. You know what I mean? Yeah, so,
Man, I feel like everybody had them hoop dreams as a child, and then
Ooh.
like
I mean-
if I was built like my brother back then, I would have kept playing ball. I just stopped because I knew my body was. I was 135 in high school. I'm like, I ain't going nowhere with this.
Hey, yo.
Let me chill out.
I think that's. I don't know if that's predominantly. I think that's more so predominantly like for kids that live in an area like we lived in, where you don't have other shit that you could be like, oh, I want to be a movie star, or I want to be a film director. It's more so like, gotta play sports. Like I wanted to be a baseball player. Walter, what do you want to be, Walter?
Shit, nigga, I want to be in the league. I want to
See,
be a running back.
Hell yeah.
everybody in the IE as a youth always wanted to be in the league.
Yeah,
And
thought
it's
I was
like-
gonna play baseball. We had a lot of like athletes, like icon athletes, like going into like when we were born. Like you think about it, like because I was born in like 1997, and like even just between that and so like 99, you still have like Michael Jordan leading up to like Kobe and Shaq, and then you got Derek Jeter and like them niggas like on the baseball end. Like, we had this even New Jersey. I think they had I always forget his first name, but his last name is Jason Kidd. Yeah, too. Like I mean that's the boy. But like we had in hockey, we had this nigga. His name was like something Broder. I can't remember his fucking first name, but he was like this French Canadian hockey player, and he was like the GOAT. Like you know what I mean? So it's like we just the amount of iconic athletes we kind of had. Oh, and Venus and Serena too.
Exactly.
Like, what? Like we had
Tom Brady,
Tiger Woods, like moguls going into like sports. Like
that's just crazy.
We kind of had a couple paths we could have, especially like for us as black people. Like if we really like had got like a wider range of like sports going into like whatever. Like who knows how that shit would have literally looked right now. Like you know.
Could fucked everything up.
Right. I'm still praying for like I just need like one good like hockey player to like represent, and then I'm gonna ride that out to like the sun's down. Like,
rock his jersey and all that. I think there is one. He was on one of the covers of the game. Yeah, I should have bought that game.
I'm about to.
Oh me.
Yeah.
Shout out all my niggas. All my niggers.
Come on. So you said we was gonna stop that.
I'm not co-signing that in public.
We got JP, we gotta stop saying nigger. I got it from you though, Walter.
What?
If
We not for the
real.
blame.
If we didn't real, I didn't start saying nigger until you started saying nigger, which you never started. You always been saying nigger.
Put the camera on.
With that.
I'll be the same person to say nigga, niggas. I'll say all of it. I'll say it in multiple different terms.
It's all good. Yeah.
If you don't fucking say the word, you might as well fucking have fun with it.
You guys can start. You guys can get creative then, because I'll be like nigalations or like
like a Bible.
Nigalations.
or negroid. We'd be like negroid. I'd be like negroid 18, negroid 17.
What the fuck?
See, I say nigger. I say nigger. It's like when your mom call you by your whole name.
Kind of just drop.
She be like Walter instead of Walt. You know what I'm saying? It's different tones to it. So if you being a nigger, stop being a nigger.
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
It's getting hot in here.
We gotta wrap this up.
Oh man.
All that was going on.
Niggas, man.
All right.
You're funny. But
But
I love being black.
we just ordinary people.
on me, hey. On me. That's people think that's like the origin of the ordinary people is the song from John Legend.
What?
Actually, nah. I just like.
Oh, light skin ass.
Yeah, it's not though. It's not. My brother first saw it, he was like John Legend. I was like, no, nigga, like I'm just an ordinary ass nigga.
Yeah, why can't it's like you just regular?
You feel me? Yeah. But shout out John Legend though.
That's why I got my hoodie tied up. Like it's like I probably wore this already like last week.
It's all good, man.
I didn't want to look fresh. I want to look like ordinary.
Ordinary people, man. Come on now. Ordinary people. Just ordinary niggas. And niggers. But I think we did it, y'all.
Wow.
We did it. I think we did it. Shout out Kwame again. Kwame Adu.
Glad I got to be here.
What you got going on in the future, man? If you want to throw any,
Absolutely.
you know.
You know, kwamzay 2, which we have the title. Everything's done, but there's gonna be some more announcements.
Yes, sir.
And some more like announcements on top of those announcements. So it's looking good.
Yeah.
Things are looking good. I'm in Los Angeles, you know what I mean? So if you're in the LA area and you want to like grab some like sushi, like talk to me nice, you know.
Hey, let's
You
go.
know what I mean? So that's pretty much it. That's what I got going on. What's up with y'all? What's new? What's coming up?
Hey, for us, man, we just excited for year number 3 for the Ordinary People Productions, but you know, we still working. Got some couple films in the in development.
Yeah.
We was talking about it. Got some projects in development. But yeah, we just excited to get to year 3. You know, continue to keep working, getting better. The only things you can really control, but. Yeah, man. Thank you for coming through again, man.
Glad to have you back out here, man. For real.
Yeah, for real.
I'm glad I got to. I was excited, kind of. Like, I was like, oh, like,
I mean,
we set
you wasn't
this up
there
before
early,
I
so
hear.
yeah.
Yeah, right. I was a little too excited. He said, bro, come on. It was like, I called you. It wasn't even like, it was 10. Like, you was, I don't know if you was sleeping.
I just got out the shower.
Yeah.
Hair was wet. I was like, God damn it.
Yeah, boy. Yeah. Keeping niggas busy. But, yeah. It's ordinary people.
Ordinary people, man. Yep. Shout out y'all. Thank y'all for coming through again with us. Listen to Kwame Adu. He on everything. You feel me? He on Spotify, Apple Music, SoundCloud.
Oh yeah, I gotta put my at like
Yeah,
it's
go
Kwame
ahead.
Adu, KWAMEADU, and then I got 2 underscores because we gonna figure that out. We gonna get that situated, but
Yeah. But shout out Kwame. Shout out Kwamzay too. Go listen to their first project, Kwamzay.
Kwamzay.
You feel me? Motherland. Shout out Motherland. Go watch if you haven't watched yet. Go watch the How Do You Say Goodbye video
And the alternate
version.
They worked that. Yeah,
They're both
snap.
on your YouTube page, so on the Kwamzay YouTube page. So keep supporting the niggas. You feel me? But
If you like it, if you don't like it, it's cool.
It's
Don't even worry about it. We gonna figure something out. But yeah, but you gonna like it. It's good. It's good. Believe it.
Yeah, thank you for coming through again, man. And yeah, we outro.
We out.